And welcome back to another edition of the KellumMD.com video podcast. Gabe Farias, Dr. Daniel H. Kellum Jr., Dr. Kellum.
Gabe.
Lots of sun. It's UV. Daniela, what's it called again? UV
Safety Month.
UV Safety Month. I'm not very smart. I gotta ask my.
Where'd you get
my
that shirt?
folks. This was a birthday gift from my children, Naya and Xavier.
That was nice.
They've got impeccable taste.
Yes.
I feel like Tony Soprano in this thing. Do I look like Tony Soprano in this thing?
No, not even close.
Not even. Okay, well, not even a little bit.
No.
You look like.
I like it though.
Nothing Tony Soprano would ever be involved in. Dr. Kellum,
Gabe.
Lots of sun out right now. We're in the middle of July. UV ray, they're a problem. For a guy like me, I've got my pigmentation, I'm not sure if you can tell or not, it's a little darker than most.
Yeah.
Okay? The one time I went to the beach and I said, you know what, Katie, I don't need any suntan lotion. I got burnt really, really bad to a crisp. Talk about the importance of protecting your skin because that's basically what you're doing. Are you just picturing me getting burnt to a crisp?
Yes.
Yeah, the chicken got left in the oven a little too long. You know what I'm saying? We put it on broil instead of bake.
Obviously, Gabe, it's common sense to, when you're out in the sun, to use sun protection. You know, UV or SPF is greater than 30, so a really great idea to make sure you're protecting yourself. Reapplying sunscreen on a regular basis, especially if you're in the water, so where it's washing off, it's a good thing to do. But it's very important because that is the one way we can really help protect people from, down the line from getting skin cancer.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's one of the things that I think we need to be very mindful of in our youth, for sure. And as you get older, it's one of the things that we need to be more consistent with, for sure, to really try to mitigate that issue for people.
Yeah, when people see a weird blotch on their skin or they see a skin tag, don't ignore it. I mean, you need to at least talk to your provider.
For sure, and that's really very important. So whenever you see changes, whatever that may be, but specifically on the skin, if you see rashes, if you see dark spots, if you see things that are changing, always come in so we can look at things to see, because it's far better to come in and us say that it's nothing than for you to let it go and it becomes a real issue. And then unfortunately that's the case in some cases. And so, some people that have a lot of freckling of their skin, have a ton of moles, sometimes they just sort of assume that it's part of their normal makeup. But make sure that you're getting looked at on a regular basis. And for those individuals, I would say come in and we'll get you set up with the dermatologist so that you can make sure.
And that was my next, don't think that because you have a skin issue, you have to go to the dermatologist initially. You have to go and get seen by your provider.
Sure. There's a lot of things that we can do here. And whether it's biopsy, looking at things, seeing things, with the years of experience that we've done that we can handle and we can get it taken care of. But in some situations, we want to make sure you get to the dermatologist, especially for people that have strong family histories, especially for people that are a little more light-skinned, especially for people that have a ton of either pigmented changes or moles. We want to make sure that they're being seen on a regular basis and mapping those on a regular basis so that we can see if there's any changes occurring with that.
So for lighter skin folks, this is going to sound like a joke question, but it's not. If you're pasty, if you're incredibly white, do you have to layer it on? And because you see those people at the coast, and they are just caked in the white. Yep. Do you need to go that far?
I don't know what pasty exactly is, but for those individuals that are more
let's say Chester pig white. If you have that skin tone.
So for people that are more fair-skinned, you don't necessarily have to glob it on.
Yes, fair skin. What you just
However, consistency with application is really very important. And so it's not so much that you need 1.5 inches of it on your skin, but just more consistently with that.
What about if I don't know how to for the follically challenged individuals, let's call it the Jesse James Leha syndrome. But do you have to lay it on the scalp?
It's a good idea.
Okay.
I mean, it's still the skin.
Are you sure? You are a Juilliard trained physician, aren't you? You would know that.
Simple as
no, I'm getting there. I'm on the Danny Kellum starter kit myself, my friend.
You're way past starter.
Okay, well, I'm on the advanced path. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it's 3 hairs you're combing over at best.
Shit, I don't even have enough to comb over. But it's good to protect the scalp because that's the one that has the direct initial shot, if you will, from El Sol, right?
It's a good idea to make sure you take care of yourself for sure.
Now, we're going to do a Mythbusters. I've got to fill in for Zach Dixon on a Mythbusters, but I'm going to ask a second Mythbusters question on this podcast right now. And it's from a movie. Remember the movie Fools Rush In?
No.
Matthew Perry, Selma Hayek. Okay, you didn't watch that movie? Okay, well, there's a scene where Matthew Perry, obviously a Caucasian, his parents come down from New York, okay? They're more fair-skinned folks. They're on a boat on a lake in Las Vegas. And Selma Hayek's dad says, you should put sun protection on because the sun bounces off the water terribly. Well, then you fast forward to a scene where they didn't put, we're in the shade, we don't need to worry about it. If you're in the shade and you're on a lake and the sun, you have to put some sort, because it does, is that a myth? Does it bounce off of the lake and onto?
Yes.
Okay. All that for a simple yes.
My God.
Yeah. The moral of the story, take care of your skin.
Always.
That's not a joke. That is a serious
And start
thing.
early. That's a really important thing to do. And then I think the other big thing that we want out of this particular month is skin protection and awareness. And so if you do see any changes, be sure to get seen because you don't want something as simple as a mole turn into melanoma and become an issue for people.
And I'll even go a step further. If you see your loved one or your kid or your grandparent and they're changing shirts and you catch something that they can't see, let them know so they can get seen.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
That could have been the smartest thing you've ever said.
Ever?
Yeah.
In the history of the...
That was a low bar.
I know. Yeah. We're not aiming too high, right?
Nope.
That's a 3-foot fence we're trying to walk over, aren't we? Dr. Kellum, Braun in 1604 is getting closer and closer to a reality. The newest Kellum Family Medicine, Kellum Women's Health Medical Clinic right around the corner. I'm excited. I'm sure you're equally excited.
It's coming, Gabe. So we're looking to come fall, and so hopefully more August and September-ish.
Yeah.
But so sometime early fall, we'll have that clinic open, and we're excited. So we're getting a few new doctors, and we'll announce that as they come aboard. But to be able to serve that area of the city is exciting for us, and so we're very excited for that to happen.
Yeah, I had a chance to go take a tour of the facility. It is a beautiful state-of-the-art medical facility in an area that is just exploding.
Yeah, it's exciting. So it's brand new construction for sure. It'll be 10,000 square feet, and we'll have X-ray, ultrasound, all the things that we need to do the things that we do here in our Shirts location
and women's health.
And women's health, and moving it over into that area, which is really, I think, devoid of enough doctors.
So when you talk about the Kellum presence in Greater San Antonio, you have Shirts, you have Berkheim, which is that area between Spring Branch and Bernie. You have Braun in 1604, and you have Marbach Road. You've got pretty much everything north of 90 covered. If you figure we talk about that loop, next stop for us, hopefully, the south side.
Let's get through this first. But, we're just excited, Gabe. We're taking opportunities as they come in front of us and being able to do that. So we've been blessed to be able to have these multiple locations and great patients that support and patronize us for sure.
Yeah, and if you think about it, that Marbach clinic, that goes into the southwest.
The Marbach does, and it's been there for 50 years. That's, Braun is exciting because it's new, but one of the things that I think is near and dear to us is taking over Marbach Clinic from my dad, who still be working but looking to retire. But that's where we started. That's the place that's
where I first met you.
That's where this all began from. And so to be able to take that in and nurture that and grow that is really kind of special in a lot of ways. So we're excited about that.
Awesome. Dr. Kellum, thank you so very much for taking the time for another KellumMD.com video podcast. Folks, if you're follically challenged like my friend here, lots of suntan lotion on the scalp. Folks, for Dr. Daniel Kellum, I'm Gabe Farias. Stay healthy.